we're going to talk about what the weather system is like here in Columbia Falls and what to expect year-round. What I want to share in this video is all things climate in this area. So rain, snowfall, what the winters look like, what the summers look like, and even what the daylight hours look like, because there's a large difference between the summer and winter hours. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Here we talk about real estate topics and how you can be best informed when you are buying, selling, and investing in real estate in Montana. First, we're going to talk about the rain in Columbia Falls. So it is considered probably a wetter town in Montana than most other towns. It gets about 18 inches a year, and you're going to find that May and June are going to be the wettest months. Spring is going to be the wettest month of the wettest season of the year, and it rains about 29% of the time in the springtime. June is the wettest month. It gets about 3 inches of rain a month. And you're also going to see an increase in rain again come October. And that also gets about 1 to 2 inches of rain for that month. So you're going to find about 127 days of rain here annually, which makes Columbia Falls one of the wetter towns in all of Montana. Next, we're going to talk about the snowfall here in Columbia Falls, and I'm sure a lot of you are curious what the winters look like. So we receive about 57 inches of snow a year, and we receive about 7 months of snowfall, with December being probably the snowiest month with about 18 inches of snow. We do obviously receive snow in January and February, and we'll talk about what the weather temperature is during those months. But Columbia Falls is considered one of the snowier places in Montana. And of course, snowfall affects the roadways, and a lot of times you'll see the major highways that get plowed first, and a lot of the side streets don't get plowed very quickly. So snow tires are really encouraged here. Studded tires are encouraged, and driving slow with a four-wheel drive is also highly encouraged out here. So with that being said, let's talk about how cold it gets here in the wintertime. So we start to get cold weather about end of October, November, and it really goes up until about end of February, beginning of March. January can be probably one of the most consistently cold months. It has an average nighttime temperature of about 16 degrees. However, in February, this is probably the month that you're going to find below zero temperatures. And so you'll see that for about 2 weeks in February, where the daytime may get to a single digit, and then, sometimes even negative degrees, and then the nighttime would go into the, -1, -15 degrees, but it only lasts for about 2 weeks. And then after that, 2 weeks later, it might be 40 degrees out, we're back into spring. So it really does not last long out here. In fact, we are probably one of the warmer places in Montana. It's not like the East Coast where you get a lot of the blizzard-like weather systems that move through here. It stays pretty consistent and steady all winter long. It may stay cold, but it's not unbearable. We tend to warm up around March. We get a little bit warmer, probably around the 30s, 40s, sometimes even into the 50s. As we approach more mid-spring to later spring, like I said, we get more rain in the forecast, a little bit of humidity. And then as far as the summertime goes, we get pretty warm about July. And July and August are one of the hottest months, August probably being the hottest and driest month. And we can get temperatures that probably stay around 80, 85, but there are about 9 or 10 days throughout the summer that we can get into the 90s, mid-90s, sometimes even into the hundreds. So it can get fairly warm out here. And a lot of homes in this area do not have air conditioning, so those 10 days can get pretty rough. Because our July and August season is so dry, and we are of course surrounded by beautiful trees, we do have a fire season out here. And some summers we have it and some summers we do not. But of course, due to any lightning that happens in this area, or somebody doing unrestricted burns, we can get fires in this area. We also bring in smoke from surrounding areas, different states, And you can find that August and sometimes September, the air quality out here is pretty poor. And you see a lot of hazing, you can smell the fire in the air. It does cover a lot of the beautiful scenery, unfortunately, but it does start to dissipate around October when we get that rain that comes through again. We get that wetter month in October, and that starts to dissipate quite a bit. We do get about 152 days of sun per year, which makes it a beautiful place to visit and live. Of course, we get a lot of tourists that come into the area. They're attracted to the large lakes that we have. We have the big ski mountain, the hiking mountain. Of course, we have Glacier National Park close by. If you want some information on what it's like to travel in Columbia Falls and what to expect during the summer season when tourism is high, go ahead and check out my video here for information on that. And lastly, what I want to talk about is what you can expect to find as far as daylight goes out here, because it is a significant difference between winter and summer. So during the winter time, you can probably expect daylight to happen around 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe a little bit earlier, sometimes a little bit later, and it usually starts to get dark around 4:30 at the very latest. So your days are a lot shorter in the winter. You get maybe 9 hours of sunlight. Starting in March, you can get about 12 hours of sunlight, and as you get closer to summer, the longest day being about end of June, we get about 16 hours of daylight. So we are talking from 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, to about 10 o'clock at night. And what a great time to enjoy the beautiful outdoors here in Montana when you have all that time to play and do things in this area. And if you want information on what you can do in the Columbia Falls area and all the amenities that it has to offer for your family, check out this video here below for information on that. I would love to hear your favorite season in the Columbia Falls area and why it's your favorite season, so put that in the comments below. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. Please comment below, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell for notifications on new videos that come out every week, and I will see you on the next one.